They say that when one door opens, another door closes. Just like how it was for me when I finally got my job at Walmart. I've been there for 3 months now, and I've enjoyed working there. It's hardworking, it keeps me on my toes, and thanks to it, I've lost a little weight. But that's not what this topic is about today. Today, I come to you with this very important announcement. It's very difficult for me to say this, but I want you all who are watching this video to please understand and respect my wishes toward this decision I'm about to lay down on you, basically. But as of this moment, after close to 11 to 12 years now, I have decided, with the best of interests, the time is now to basically leave DeviantART. I'm departing from DeviantART as of this video. So yeah, I closed the book on it. It's over. So yeah. They say all good things come to an end, and it looks like it has for me too. So yeah, close to 11 to 12 years now, I've decided to part ways with the website and move on with my life. The time I have spent on DeviantART on the website has been a roller coaster and a half, and it's been an amazing experience full of many ups and many downs. And deeply, I have had and felt wonderful emotions on the website, and I've stayed true to myself over the course and grown over the process of the time I've been there since 2009. Since 2009, I have been there and dabbled in many art forms that my tiny mind could come to, from drawing, traditional art, to doing sprite pictures and just posting up random stuff like screenshots of my desktop, or trying to do a little bit of literature and whatnot. I was still young and naive, and I hadn't fully come out of my shell yet. So that place was a good place to basically open my mind and heart out. But over time, I became a bit more independent person, and now I found new love for many things, and I respect and love of many people on the website here who have gone out to chase their dreams, or they're still staying the course. Seriously, mad props to you guys who are still on DA and staying the course after all this time. Most of you have been with me during this journey on DeviantART, and I want to thank you deeply for staying there with me no matter what. Whether you first became my friends when I first joined, or I was part of the chat servers back then, or you took the time out to comment on my art and stuff. Really, that means a lot for someone like me. And I'm sure all of you remember when I started out with the username Leon-Murayami, which was a whole cluster frick of a name, and it was based on my OC at the time, Leon-Murayami, back when he was still called Sage of all things. Looking back at it now, if I had known I could put little spaces or underscores, it would have been abbreviated properly, Sage Ryu Murayami. But looking at the name now, that name was awful. Why in the world did I call Kenshin Sage back then was beyond me. I just, And ever since I had gotten that gift sub membership from someone on DA all of a sudden, from a friend back then, I want to thank you again for that, whoever you are. But you have to forgive me if I don't remember your name right off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Because of you, I changed my username later on because I got tired of the name Sage Ryu Murayami, which was a huge cluster fook of a name, and I changed it later to my YouTube name, LeoHightower, which I felt was more appropriate and better. Seriously, it's just been, yeah, 11 years on DA. Where does the time go? You know? Just, I have shown off more of my creativity on DA, especially since I made myself a popular name from my YouTube name under the guise of LeoHightower. But you all know who I am in real life, I'm pretty sure. And I found a gift with what I was doing. Some of the arts that I did do from drawing or doing pictures and stuff like that from the stuff that I did. Little drawings here and there, screenshot pics, taking photos of many things, and a few meme pics on the side. And not bad for a library of miscellaneous images and stuff, you know? I even tried my hand at writing, and from the wild and wacky and interesting ideas I had cultivated up in my mind. And, although I was a bit sloppy, I think I have improved over time. I'm still learning and everything. This one website helps me with grammar and spacing and paragraphs and everything. I found some good as I had many ideas for writing now, especially in my head, and after that, I dabbled in sprite pictures. You know, like adding Sonic and Friends to little anniversary pics and stuff like that. And that was something, but it wasn't until I started doing RPG Maker stuff that I found an amazing talent and gift in making RPG Maker sprites. And that was when I made my second account, as you all know, Leon-Murayami, which was an alias based on my first name and my OC character Kenshin Murayami's last name, Leon-Murayami. And that was when I found new life with the sprite works and stuff and my writings for his story that I started to open up even more. Since then, the Leon-Murayami name, which was a nickname for me, especially online, it's a nickname for me that I go by nowadays besides my usual username, LeoHightower. And it's become synonymous with the Spriteworks and RPG Maker stuff that I do. At first, when I did do Spriteworks, I wasn't the best. I had to rely on the generators that were online, and often use Paint or GIMP in order to do them, basically, as you all probably know from looking at some of my first few sprites and everything. It wasn't easy. But thanks to the original creators of Kizarov Studios, after what I would call the Jake Jackson Mystic Quest debacle, I got Game Character Hub, and I became more skilled at sprite works and other things. I found an amazing calling, especially when I adapted some of the face maker stuff into Game Character Hub so I could make more advanced faces and stuff like that. That was truly something amazing for me, and you guys really liked my sprite works and my faces and stuff like that, and once again, I cannot say thank you for that because I really found a gift when it came to RPG Maker sprites. RPG Maker VX, aka also VX Ace, RPG Maker XP or Loose Leaf, and later on down the line, RPG Maker MV sprites. I only remember doing this one sprite sheet for someone who wanted to add a Doom monster into his RPG Maker game, and I tried to see if I could do that. Surprisingly enough, it worked, but it didn't work, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. I'm not going to take existing sprites and make them into a sprite sheet for somebody, because that was embarrassing to the 10th power. Since I have been on the site, I have gained many friends, many followers, and peeps who have appreciated the stuff that I do on the website. From my pictures and stuff, to the artworks that I did do, or just the meme pictures and stuff. And I have really, really enjoyed the time I was on DA. It was just amazing. It was so good, and I really enjoyed talking with you guys on various artworks and in chat servers and even on your main page when I just went like, hey, how's it going? Or, you know, like, what's up? And stuff like that. And I have made, I don't know how many friends and followers over the course of that time. Maybe over 800, maybe. And followers, yeah. And even on my other page, Leon-Murayami, I gained a new status as a bit of a sprite creator from people who really said that my sprite works were amazing, and they never thought to actually do that when it comes to the sprites, or adding this little thing from this other resource to make the sprite look the way it does. I got great compliments on it. And of course, throughout the highs, I also had lows. I'm sure you all remember the infamous Garski's incident when it came to me on DA, where user Garskis or Sierra Ongarskis made up that nasty rumor about me taking a picture of my junk and sending it to her, and she started all that drama over it. Or this one user who I tried to help but would not accept my help, and I just said, you know what, I'm done. I can't help you. If you aren't going to listen or anything, I'm just done with you, because you aren't listening to me, you're not taking my advice to, and you keep making trouble for yourself. Seriously. And yeah, I've had my few, shares of trolls and everything like that who suddenly bat-mouthed me because I said back then, I'm busy with my grandmother, I couldn't respond back then, or I don't do that, or just because I like this character or something like that. Seriously, people need to learn to grow the hell up. Seriously. We are all adults in this world. Grow up. Act mature. If you are a mature person, act like a grown-up, for God's sakes. And although it is a bit of a groaner, throughout the time I was on that website, I found love in the form of Katie Rose, aka Katie Rose 45, and I enjoy and treasure the moments and funny times we have with each other, especially with our OC fan art we exchanged on each other, and I still plan to meet her in real life when this whole corona thing is completely blown over. Seriously, screw you, coronavirus, COVID-19. But for now, we still have Twitter and Discord, which I am thankful for, so we can keep in contact, and I do chat with her on the phone every once in a while. Even though she is lefty, her joyfulness and cheerful spirit are still there, and she's still around and kicking and everything, especially on Twitter or her YouTube page, which is what I'm probably gonna do, or whatever. And we still have our ups and downs whenever I'm trying to help her. But she has her problems. I have my problems. We're working through it, We even had our little falling outs. But through it all, we still have stayed true to ourselves. And we will always stay true to each other. I love that girl. I want her to succeed in life. I want her to be happy. And if I can't give her that happiness, then I hope that the next person who comes into her life will give her that happiness that I have given her, With how DeviantART has changed, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. The watcher bots who suddenly fave your art, and it turns out that they are just bots or just people trying to get attention so that way they can get you to check out their page, but it turns out they have nothing on their page, and it turns out that they're actually some sort of spammer or cam girl trying to get you to follow them on their live cam thing so you can watch them be exhibitionists and stuff like that into private rooms to do sexual stuff that has nothing to do with them being on DeviantArt, and they've only been active for a few days or 2 years. To that I say, begone, thoughts! You don't belong in this world like Count Dracula! Seriously, stop it already, damn it. No one cares to see you do a private dance if you just got out of the bath or shower or anything, or you were putting on clothes or something. I don't do that sort of thing. Seriously. Begone, thoughts. You don't belong in this world. Take your thirsty, D-craving asses somewhere else. And then, of course, there are spammers who just spam the crap out of your page for absolutely nothing. And they keep, avoiding banning on DA because they want to keep doing this stupid spam stuff. Get a life! Seriously. They add in no-nonsense phrases, they add in stupid sentences that make no sense, and they keep going on multiple accounts to avoid banning. Bunch of effers. Wrongful banning and closing of accounts. Many people on this website have gotten wrongfully banned, or they end up closing their accounts for no reason because they can't stand being on DA anymore. And believe me, I've lost at least a dozen friends on this website that I came to call friends. I don't just mean that. I don't just mean that. I don't just say it. I mean it literally. Excuse me, my wording isn't the best. And some who were not safe for work artists who do R18 work. Now, I never minded that they would do R18 work and stuff like that. That's their business. Especially when it came to BBMFF, who did PAL Comics, if I remember correctly. I had no problems with that person doing not safe for work artists of certain characters and stuff like that. But then this one troll said, I was sent by God to save these characters from this hurtful artist. Dude, they're freaking fictional characters. They can't come to life, come through the pages and say, stop making naughty artwork of me. Get a freaking life. You are delusional as hell. Seriously. I don't care if these artists do R18 or mature art or anything like that of characters. That's their business. Most of these other people have mental issues that make their actions seem justifiable through what they do, or they use disabilities to get away with saying wrong and unjustful stuff, and that pisses me off more than anything. Seriously. 1 second. Need my coffee. Seriously. Like Garski's, who used her disability to her advantage to make a fool out of me, do naughty role plays and stuff like that, but you guys understand. Some of you on DA know that incident better than anything, and you stood by me for that. I praise you deeply from the bottom of my heart for sticking by me. And although these little incidents have given me a stronger sense and made me much more stronger as a person and smarter, because I know better, as you know, and I would never let that happen to me or do that sort of thing. Truth be told, it should have never happened in the first damn place, especially when it comes to artists on DA and stuff like that. And even Katie has had crap happen to her on DA unexpectedly. Like the one kid troll who kept stealing her SpongeBob tribute to Steven Hillenburg, who was the creator at that time. And even tried to steal one of her videos, turning it into a troll thing about this one admiral. And I'm like, kid, get a effing life! Seriously! Dude, what the hell? I'm like, this person went out of their way to make Katie's life a living hell, and it was a kid of all things. A freaking kid. Is nothing sacred in this world anymore, ladies and gentlemen? Is nothing sacred in this world? Seriously, people need to wake the hell up and get a damn life. DA isn't safe half the time anymore. In fact, it's not even fun to be on DA half the time anymore. It makes me cringe to no lengths. What was once a proud website for posting art and other things has become a madhouse. And with how DA has become eclipsed, I don't think things will improve for the most part, even though they said they'll add new stuff later on. But did they really have to eclipse DA just to appeal to social media outlets and stuff? No, they did not. And that's my opinion. It's unappealing, and it just feels less engaging from what I can tell, seriously. Although they said that they will be adding things on to DA Eclipse later on over time, like the features we were familiar with, like the birthdays and the status updates, even though they do have that. But, you know, like the little folders where we would keep certain things saved and everything like that. I feel like the whole entire thing is just a total mess, if you know what I mean. They should have done an actual update to the website before they did the whole entire DA Eclipse thing. And mind you, 3 months prior to before they started with Eclipse, I tried it and I hated it. I hated DA Eclipse. I hated the layout. I hated the way how you couldn't, you know, fave multiple things like you usually could. In fact, the fave system, in my opinion, is the most convoluted. You have to click to fave it, then you have to choose which folder to add it to. Why not just do the whole entire click and drag it to which folder you want to fave thing like it was back then? Seriously, that was easier, but this time it's worse. Seriously. Not everyone is going to comply with this or go along with this change, although some people are staying the course, but some people have chosen to leave because of this, and I don't blame them. People leaving because of this is, or going along with it, but this whole thing strained my eyes. Hell, my eyes are strained right now because of a light glare right now. I need to buy me some shades to help with my eyesight. And It's difficult to search or favor things now because we get all this other jumbled mess. DA's search bar sucks now, and I swear, it's not fun. It's unpleasant, and the effort shows. I have faved a lot of art on that website on both my accounts. I love me some artwork, especially seeing what people can come up with, because that's the type of person I am. I love seeing what people can come up with. Spriteworks, traditional art, digital art, literature, cosplay pictures, photos in general, anything. I love art. It's just amazing. It's just, I love art. That's all I can say. And I ain't paranoid or anything, but some artworks I do fave with this whole entire new Eclipse thing, I don't even see them in my folders, and that doesn't make any sense. I'm not paranoid or anything. I know I faved these artworks, but what the hell? DA's changed too much for its own good, and I don't like it. It's just depressing and not very good to be on the website now, especially because I'm working nowadays, so I don't have enough time to stay on the computer as I usually do. I only get time off like I am right now to do certain things on the computer, and that's it. And that's what I think I'm just going to do from now on. I like the old design of DeviantART a whole lot better than I do this new design. Seriously. It doesn't even feel organized. I never even got a chance to say goodbye to DA's original design before the whole Eclipse thing happened because I was at work and my schedule back then was 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. So yeah. It was way simpler to go through things and find things, ladies and gentlemen. Another thing is, like I said before, I'm working now. I work at Walmart. And I'm still a temp at the moment, but I'm working hard, not too hard, and I'm doing good to make myself financially stable. I guess I'm just too busy to come on DA now, and I'm trying to find myself as I'm working again after all this time. I'm trying to come up with new concepts for my stories, sprites, and other things. So yeah, I want to expand myself more, you know? I guess DA would be the place to do it, but I don't have time for it anymore. So when the whole entire thing with COVID finally goes down and blows over and I get some space back and everything, I will be focusing on my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, and my other artworks on Fiverr, since I make a little money on the side on Fiverr, as you know. And I'll be posting my stuff on Twitter, Discord, and Facebook a little bit more, since I'm more active on Facebook, Twitter, and my YouTube channel whenever I have time off, basically. I'm not ghosting myself to the internet or anything. I'm just leaving and moving on with my life, you know? It's important to move on with your life if you need to cut ties with certain things. I'm just busy with other things that I need to do, you know? So, yeah. But wait, what does that mean to many of your activities on DA, Leo, like your Spriteworks, Sonic GX Club, and even Sonic GX Dub for that matter? How will we get notifications? Well, I will continue unless something happens to them to the point where I can't continue the project like Sonic GX Dubbed, especially if Hurricane finds it unappealing or doesn't really want me to continue it. I don't blame Hurricane for disliking the series the way how it is now. He could have done a whole lot better on it, but that's just my honest opinion, because he actually did a live stream where he looked back at the series and he cringed at a lot of the stuff that he worked on back then. I would not blame the guy if he wants me to stop dubbing the series in general, although I haven't talked to Hurricane in a while. He hates the old project, and looking at it now, there are so many problems with Sonic GX. The dubbing I do is pretty good, actually, considering the animations and stuff, so, you know, that shows that I have some good creativeness. And the series, much like Hurricane, I was young and naive back then when it came to making stuff like that. So was Hurricane. Don't deny that you weren't, Hurricane. It's just, why did I make this, basically? So yeah, unless Hurricane says so otherwise or anything, I won't stop making Sonic GX dubbed. How you guys will get notifications of it? Well, you'll have to follow me on Twitter, or you'll have to follow me on Facebook, I guess. So yeah, I'm not just the guy who decided to dub this series. I wanted to do it as a tribute to Hurricane 500,000 because I helped him with the series a little bit. I contributed my voice to it a few times, and I helped with a little bit of creativeness. So, but yeah. But other than that, you know, I am a video gamer, I'm the video maker and live streamer, besides my other stuff on the YouTube channel and stuff, you know? As for Request a Sprite and pixel art, as you may or may not know, I am no longer doing Request a Sprite on DA anymore. I have closed in shop because of this. Because of work, and because I am tired of being taken advantage of. Seriously. 2 people who requested sprite works from me. One person wanted me to make a sprite out of a stick figure, and I'm like, what? How in the hell am I going to make a character sprite out of a stick figure? I am looking at your page right now. How the hell am I supposed to do that? And one person wanted me to do this one sprite, but I said I could not do it at that time because of my work schedule. I couldn't do it. So I said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. Then they had the audacity to cuss me out, of all things, and telling me that I'm a a-hole. So I cussed them back out and I blocked their ass. I am not a tool. I am not to be trifled with. Do not ever insult me, unless of course you want to get the bird. I will block you. I'm serious. Seriously, screw those haters who made me do sprites for them, and then it turns out they only wanted me to make sprites for them, and they never used it for an RPG Maker project or anything. Screw them! And then I kept getting requests saying, can you do this character sprite? I'm like, no, I can't do that. Or, did you not read my journal? I am not doing sprites anymore on this particular page because I've closed my shop because of real life. And I have more success on Fiverr. Seriously. But as you know, of course, I am done as of this moment, and my Request a Sprite shop is officially closed, as well as face sets. I'm done as of this moment, and I will not make any exceptions for people. I have more success on Fiverr, the independent website, when it comes to focusing my efforts. And I make a little money on the site now because I'm trying to make myself more financially stable and everything. I'm not doing this to disown people, but this is my decision. I need to do this for myself. So yeah, to those of you who did request sprites from me and you're using them, you know, I thank you truthfully for, you know, using those sprites in the projects, RPG Maker projects, or maybe picture images or stuff. Seriously, I did that for you, even though, yeah, it was all for free and everything, but you definitely helped me improve my sprite works when it comes to Game Character Hub. Seriously. I love making sprites with Game Character Hub. But yeah, thank you for allowing me to make you sprites. Or faces, but it's over. The Request a Sprite shop is closed. Now please, get out! It's over! And as I said, yes, I will not be used or taken advantage of when it comes to these sprite things. I'm officially closed. Thank you very much. And as I said before, get out! It's over. Go home. Ferris Bueller. It's over. Go home. Go home. Chicka chicka. Finally, at this time, with everything winding down after all this time, I want to thank all of you for being there for me on this website, whether you were a friend, supporter, follower, or peep. My pages would not be the way they are now without any of you, and that means a lot, seriously. I'm repeating myself like I'm a broken record. Bing bong boo bat. Bing bong Dang! Mr. Sutton! But seriously, I am thankful for the bonds that I have gained on this website. I'm thankful for the friendships I have formed on this website. And from my high points to my low points, thank you for putting up with me. Seriously, thank you for putting up with this 33-year-old attention deficit disorder and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder person who is an anime lover, video gamer, YouTuber, sprite artist, wannabe writer, lover of art, Sonic fanboy, and total weeb and nerd. Seriously, I've come a long way from the days I started back in 2009. Where does the time go, you know? And now I have new ideas and renewed ways of life and a purpose. I have faved art on this website. I have shared my art and pictures and photos, chatted with all of you in one form or another. I have given you impressions of what I think. I've even helped some of you in a way, which I am thankful for, because, well, I've helped you probably grow stronger as people or persons, especially as artists, maybe. And some of you know what that means, you know, don't you? But yeah. And if I left a good impression on any of you in any way whatsoever, and if I formed a good bond with you or memory, then, you know, you were always in my thoughts and prayers. Just, it means that I know I've done good. If I did leave a good impression with you all, as a person, then I know I've done good, because I want to do good in this world, you know, especially when my time comes. And that's the best thing that I could do. Leave a good impression, leave a good legacy. That's all I really want to do more than anything. And for all of you to know, I want all of you to know that no matter what happens in life, you should be a fighter who never gives up on their morals and their aspects and their purpose. A fighter is someone who never quits. A fighter is someone who never gives up. I say that in almost all my videos, especially when I'm encouraging people. No matter what, never give up. You can't give up. You can't give in to that dark place. You can't give in to that darkness that dwells in all of us. You have to be stronger. You have to gain a renewed sense of purpose. You have to push through until you reach that inner light. Seriously, reach that inner light no matter what. Even when things get bleak or dull, don't ever give up. Seriously. In this world, you never know what cards you'll be dealt with in life. You never know what will come. But whatever happens, I hope that you use them to your advantage. If you don't like what hand has been dealt with you in life, then fold on it, like in poker, and draw yourself a new one. Make your life whatever you want it to be. And that's what I'm going to do. And if you ever see me in public, if you know who I am, hey, it's LeoHightower. Isn't he LeoHightower, Leon-Murayami from DA or YouTube? Then, hey, don't be afraid to come and say hi to me, you know? I'm always grateful to meet people who I've interacted with online and everything. I'll even take a picture with you. Because God knows, with how I've been working at Walmart, some people, some family members, some friends will sometimes take a selfie with me, even though I've got a mask on. And that always puts a smile on my day. This was my decision to leave DA, not because of the changes and everything that the website has gone on with, but like I said, I think it was time for me to basically move on from the website and just, you know, pursue my life with more, you know, more purpose and everything. Seriously. But this was my overall decision, ladies and gentlemen. And if I find a new place to go or a new website to go to, I hope it will be just as good as DA once was in the glory days. Because Lord knows that I would jump on the chance if I could find another art website which was like DA, without all the drama, without all the trolls, without the spammers, without the fan brats or kid brats, or the drama for me liking a certain character shipping or something like that. Seriously. But I will leave you with this before I go about the ending of this video. If you want to keep following me, you guys, and you want to still follow me in my exploits, then please follow me on my Twitter, my other outlets online and everything, like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and even my Discord. And if I think of anything else, well, I'll update it on Twitter saying, ooh, I have an Instagram, or I have a Snapchat, or something like that, you know? But seriously, if you guys want to keep following me and everything, I'll post the link to my other social media outlets at the bottom, at the end of this video and everything. So, I'm not ghosting myself or anything. I want to stay in touch with all of you because I love you guys. I call you my best friend. I'm not just saying that. Seriously. I call you my best friend. Like Mega Ran's theme from Blur Bomber. Best friends. So yeah. Before I forget, I want to give a big shout out to all these amazing artists and friends and followers and peeps who have been there with me on DA for these 11 plus years. Because I started out back in 2008 or 2009, and I've been going strong since then. To those of you who have stayed the course with me and everything, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Truly. Now let's get started with these shoutouts. Thank you again for all the wonderful memories I have had on DA. Artwork, literature, digital art, everything, and your quirky and zany ideas. You are all amazing, talented warriors and fighters. Stay true to yourselves, no matter what. Be an individual and inspire others if you can. I'm not saying goodbye, you guys. It's just, see you later, you know? When it comes to anything with LeoHightower or Leon-Murayami, as the icon wrestler Sting would say, nothing is for certain. Until we meet again, stay golden, you guys. And girls. And peeps. It's time for this guy to go and take on new challenges, new horizons, and the world. Next chapter, LeoHightower versus the world. Until then, I want you all to stay golden. Until then, peeps and followers, this is LeoHightower saying, stay golden. Until we meet again. Bang.
The galaxy is at peace, 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 peace.